Gracie is still unsure. My guys eat breakfast and then they go outside and they run around for a little while. We herd the ball. We play fetch. We do the tree tug. What are you doing, Gracie? We do some like basic manners, some sit down fours and some recalls, and it's like just a game. We practice. That's what we do in the morning. We eat breakfast, and then half the breakfast gets used for that stuff. And then afterwards, the boys start doing zoomies, and since it's been cold, we come back inside. And then they each grab a chew toy. Sometimes they tug and do what they're doing right here. And Gracie is just absolutely fascinated with the whole routine. She's looking at her wagging her tail. What are they doing? I know. You just gotta be careful with their big heads. Zane, you're gonna... But these two get to... And she loves to bark and be involved in the... I know, I see it. I see it. Be involved in the romper session. Is that fun? I know, tell them about it. Tell them about it. Say bark, bark, bark. Tell them about it. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. I know, good. See, Zane started shaking and she just drops down the pool. So she's a good observer, too. Yeah. You're reading situations good. You think you might get hurt. Yeah, that's a good girl. Because if you have a daredevil, you kind of want to know if you have a daredevil. So that way you can manage the environment a little bit. So that way she doesn't get hurt and cost you money. And I'm gonna out. Thank you. So it's good that she's seeing like, and she's backing off like, hey, that might get my head smashed, and she knows who she can come in closer to. Look at that little appeasement behavior there. She's like, can I have it too? And he wants to play too. And she's trying to read them and see exactly if, can I get in there and play? Can I not? Will they share? What's up, this? And they both do. Everybody likes to, after our session, they like to sit and kind of shred. Sometimes they do little quick games of tug. That was his little grumble to say, I want to chew. So then, yeah, I get one out for her and show her, see, they have their things. You can have something and have fun too. Yeah. And that's not something, I mean, you can plan that, but this is part of the live training. Yeah. And then more of the classical learning is when they're just making associations. Some of it's operant. They act on the environment and things that are self-reinforcing. So look, now she's like, look what I have, look what I have. That's a good girl. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You get a toy too. Good job. Yeah. Nice. And these two like to take their front little teeth and like rip too. But then they'll do this for 15-20 minutes. Play some games of tugs and chew and shred and rip. And then they pass out for about 2-3 hours. Yeah. So our little 90-minute thing we do in the morning with breakfast and, I know, exercise and enrichment. And they sleep for about 2-3 hours. The big guy, he's more of like a 4-hour. What? I know, you got that? Look, she's offering it to me now. Like, will you play with me then? You would wing her around. I'm not letting you big boys tug with her. No, she can tug with Zeke, and actually Zeke's probably too strong for her. There you go. You two tug. Oh, did I scare you? Did I scare you? Oh, no, he's big. Let's go this way. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. That's it. Don't take it over there. But this is part of it, too. Like, she doesn't really know. She doesn't know. A lot of times they don't know until they experience. And then once they do get stepped on or rolled or, you know, get rocked pretty good by a big dog, then they're like, oh, big dogs can come with some scary stuff. But she's reading it already. I'm saying some don't understand till they experience. I know, isn't it? Let's get you back over here so you can get stepped on. Zeus, go play with Zane. Go play with Zane. He's your size. He's your size. Look at that. Good. What? You like that one, huh? Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. So yeah, we're playing here, but she's still learning. This is very much a learning thing. I know. It feels good on them teeth, doesn't it? Does it feel good on those teeth? Yes. That's it. Her teeth are sharper. And it's so wild. I guess they're getting more elongated. Think I'm coming in more, huh? Yeah, I know. I was trying to get a little peep in there. There they are. Yeah, look at that big old shape. Oh, yeah. You're so sweet. You are. You're just sweet as pie. Mm-hmm. Sweet as a little chocolate pie. No. That's a good girl. So since it's cold, we come in and we do our little chewing and whatnot in here. If it was warmer, that's where these plastic bottles come from. The boys get those and rinse them out and whatnot. And then after their wind down exercise session and training session, I throw some recycle around the yard and they sit and chew, or they'll grab something like this and sit and chew for a little bit. And it kind of brings them down, lets their arousal die off a little slower so they don't crash out and be like, oh, we train and play and then boom, nothing. So this kind of takes it a step from really awesome and exciting stuff to, yep, now I need to chill out and relax and recoup, take a nap. They're already starting. They did a little bit outside while I was in with Gracie, so they were out there already chewing on. I think there's a Coke bottle, orange juice container, and a milk jug. But they were, and then of course little Zeke, he likes water bottles. So there's usually 3 big jugs, because Cowboy will go to town on an orange juice container. Zeus really likes the milk jugs and like gallon jug like teas. They crinkle kind of like a water bottle, but they're like big and tougher. He can really use his jaw muscles. Zane likes the big soda bottles and like the juice, like the V8 juice bottles, because he can really chomp down. It's perfect for his mouth. And I do take the lids off. Forgot to mention that, as you can see with the ketchup bottle. I don't want anybody being like, that's a safety hazard. You do have to observe your dogs. I know, what is it? But I take the tops off. And you supervise them when you first give it to them. Please, please, please supervise them. Especially something, not all dogs, some of those things like a ketchup bottle. No matter how much I rinse it out, it's still gonna have some sort of flavor on there he can probably taste. At least smell. But yes, observe them, watch them the whole time they're eating it. The first, 2, 3, 5 dozen times they do. My guys get watched all the time when they have stuff like that. We don't sit here like this and watch them, no. But at first I did, yes, when they were puppies. So that way when they had little pieces, I would cue an out or a trade. And they would spit the piece of plastic or cardboard out, and they'd get a treat for it, and then they'd get the jug back to chew some more. And they broke off a piece, I'd trade them for it, and they got their jug back. So it was never, they were giving up little pieces, but it was like, it became a game of, I'm gonna pull off pieces and give them to mom for treats. That's exactly what they look at it as. It's not, you're taking something from me. She's going now. It's about interacting. It's about engagement, giving them something to do that's appropriate. And that you don't care that it gets tore up and ripped up, because it's a natural behavior. Ripping, shredding, pulling, grinding, disemboweling, all very natural. So if you can give them an outlet for it, you got a higher chance of them not tearing into your stuff. Or ripping your blankets or carpet or slippers. That's one thing you always find on the floor at my house is dog toys. You'll probably find a kid's sock. Pair of shoes probably. But there's always toys scattered across my floors. Pretty much everywhere but the kitchen. You can go to any room and there's a toy or two. So, I mean, they always have options. My daughter's room is the only exception because she has teeny tiny toys and pieces of toys and arts and craftsy stuff and beads and glue and all this stuff. So her door gets shut pretty frequently because it's too much to ask the dog to differentiate between everything. Some people, well, they should know that's how? The toys are made of plastic, rubbery, stuffing, cloth. And what are dog toys made of? Plastic, rubbery, hard, soft, cloth type of material. That those textures are all the same. And then you're asking an animal to be able to tell between the two. From one perspective, I think the person thinks that the dog's unintelligent, but then when you say it like that, it kind of makes the human sound unintelligent because, yeah, you're asking an animal to tell between, this cloth and that plastic compared to, a Barbie, a Lego, a X-Men type of, they're all the same material. He's doing that back of the jowl. That's like a grinding. She's doing some too. There she is. See how she turns her head to the side? That's that grinding jowl area, which her teeth are probably, there it is. Yep. You see that? That's natural. That's good. Releasing oxytocin and dopamine. She's like, hey man, are you done chewing too? Look, he's already pooped out. They did do about 10 minutes outside, and he's been down now for 5 minutes, I think, 6 minutes. Yeah, now he'll sleep for the next 3-4 hours. He just turned 8. He's the old guy. He's the English Mastiff American Bulldog. He's the one that likes dogs and people. This is Zeus. He's my people fearful. Is that your name? He's the one that I did lots of behavior mod with through Peaceable Paws. He had no socialization at all. Some people have asked me if he was abused, or if, if he's so scared of humans, what awful things do they do to him? They did something to him, but not in a physical way. It's just straight neglect. He was fed and everything, but no exposure to anything other than the one person that was feeding him, and that person wasn't. They weren't doing it correctly. But yeah, under socialization is a huge thing. Or not at all. He literally had hit nothing but basic necessities. Food twice a day and shelter. Yeah. Where's little Zeke? Oh, so he's the one that had to be modded. He's done pretty good. He still barks when people come. Cowboy Zeke! He still barks when people come in the house and whatnot, in his yard. He doesn't bark out in public. For whatever reason. Well, he's more stressed when he's out in public, so that shuts that behavior down. Here, he is confident. Where did they go? Wait. Cowboy! Zeke! Good boy. In. Cowboy! Just wait. He is the, Zeke. That one there's Zeke. Yeah, Zekey Poo. He's a Boston Terrier. Australian Shepherd. What up, buddy? You say hi. Say hi. Say hi. My name's Zeke. Ezekiel. You go by Zeke. Yeah. He is. Zeus will be 3 in January, and this guy is in March. He'll be 2. Where's my Calby? There's my Calby. Come on. Come. He just turned a year, in August. I know. You gonna sit and say hi? You sit. Ready? Sit. You give me a close hug. Good. This is Cowboy Blue. He's the Australian cattle dog. The blue heeler. My yippee yapper. My yippee yapper. What? I know. He always has to body bounce. I know. Leave that puppy alone. I know. He was crypto. He just was neutered. So he had one of his testicles was in his abdomen. I know, and they got it all out. I know. He doesn't like to be body balanced. Look at him. He likes to nibble. He's a true cattle dog. He'd rather use his teeth than he likes to body balance people. Yeah, you like to body balance people. He's my jumper. My big jumper. Him and his brother get to playing rough. Hey, boys, let's take this outside before we squish the puppy. You know. Ziggy Boos! Don't you chase that. See, there's a plastic bottle, too. He's like, oh, the ketchup bottle came outside. There you go, Gracie! He likes to pick up toys and shove it in dogs' faces like, you want to play with it with me? Like, you don't know which one to use, do you? Yes, he's trying to pick it up. Where's he being? There's a little girl.